my actions have spoken long before entrepreneurship was cool. I was not capable of being a student because of my deep passion for entrepreneurship. It was baseball cards. It was baseball cards that didn't allow me to be a good student. I was incapable of sitting in class and not dreaming about selling Bo Jackson cards. It took me over. But for some reason, when you're an athlete and you're missing a bunch of school because you're a great athlete, or when you're Beyonce being homeschooled, right? That makes sense, but not for entrepreneurs, right? Doesn't seem like you're allowed to miss a ton of school. If you're an unbelievable actor, actress, singer, athlete, missing normal school is something that all of us in this room and listening right now understand. You're like, oh yeah, that's what happens. Like you're the best quarterback in the world. Yeah, you gotta throw with the quarterback. You miss first class, but not for entrepreneurs. But that's who I was. Being thoughtful about the future is amazing, but not letting it cripple you is the key.
Yeah, because my problem, I would think so further in the future, I would start worrying about stuff. It's stuff that I want to accomplish before I leave this earth years from now that I want to do. Like I always.
It's great to have ambition.
Yeah, that's one.
But if you cast too much judgment on yourself on a day-to-day on how you're reaching that ambition, you're gonna cripple yourself. The fact that you understand that that is your perspective means you're on the cusp of fixing it. Only thing that I've ever seen really work in this scenario where your DNA and your experiences has made you look half glass full, pessimistic versus optimistically blind, is to fundamentally surround yourself with optimistic people. You gotta cut out pessimistic and negativity, and you gotta add on optimism and positivity. It's as simple as that. You guys should be looking around at each other and whoever else isn't here, and like in order, who's the most optimistic and there's a real fine line between delusion and optimism. I'm gonna be in the league, but they're not even practicing. So that's delusion. I'm gonna be in the league, and maybe you don't see it, but you see them at least doing free throws 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. every morning before they go on the bus. You're like, at least he's trying. And the more difficult your circumstances are, the more likely you're around pessimism. My number one piece of advice of leaving here is whoever the most optimistic person is here, become more friendly with them. Straight up. Like, Gary, you're such a narcissist. All your content is you. I'm trying to say something to people that I hope they take, and I expect nothing from them. I ask nothing of them, and I hope they take it and do something with it. That is the form of how I know how to communicate it. I'm sorry I'm in the video. If you were trying to get everybody to watch so that everybody here thought you were the best guy, so then you could rope-a-dope them and get them into some sort of like $5,000 a month club to be good, then you're a face. If you don't, and you live your life and you do it, and then you die, you're the best. I'm not joking. I think intent is the thing. I put my head on the pillow. I think I'm gonna make mistakes every day. I will make mistakes. I am a human. I will do things that are wrong. I am a human. I will say I'm sorry when I'm wrong. I will take losses when I deserve them. But the intent is amazing. Like, it's why I'm so calm. It's why I'm happy as It's why I'm so grateful. It's why I'm able to give, because I'm so fulfilled that I give out of guilt and gratitude, right? I know exactly what's happening with me, and I'm trying to get people to change their perspective, but I'm really not trying to, I like the feeling of somebody getting benefit from something you said. That's what I'm sure that gets you excited. Watching somebody go do something meaningful because they thought it was cool that you cut somebody, that's an incredible feeling.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it gives me all the hope in the world.
I hear fake manipulations of my story. Just one more time, because we're having an on the record day. I walked into my dad's business doing $3.8 million in sales, grew it to a $60 million business.
So you weren't handed it like some other people say?
Of course not. I left at 34 years. Guys, if I was handed a $60 million business, why would I start VaynerMedia in the conference room of Buddy Media because I didn't have enough money for rent? No, what I did, unlike all you was I gave the 12 best years of my life to my parents, who I love the most, built them a $60 million business, and walked at 34 with no money. Now what? Now what? Now what? So yes, people say easy for you to say that, and by the way, it's what everybody does. And by the way, cool, fine, easy because I have talent. That I'll respect, but I put in the work. Let me tell you one thing about teaching or anything else that doesn't make you $1 million a year. The most upset, not happy people I know have the most money that I know. We need to start changing the conversation to happiness, not money. You can make 47,000 a year and have much more stuff than somebody makes 280. It depends on how much you spend. You might not be in a position to buy every new Off-White on a teacher's salary, but the question is, do you need that? The reality is most people need it just to flex in front of somebody because they're insecure. Once you don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion, you don't need shit. You ain't gonna buy anything. You need nothing. That's straight up, man. Young guys buy shit because they're insecure. They want to look cool in front of their friends. They want to get a girl. It's not super complicated. It's the least complicated shit of all time.